my bike died 3 doors down. Hello, my friends. I hope you're having an outstanding, fabulous day. I am. Why? Because it's like summer here in Maryland today. It's election day. I was already out working early in the morning doing news reporting for Frantic TV. Please check out and subscribe and smash the like at Frantic TV. My friend Felix Mariano Jr., his channel. And I have a show on there called Answers with Bruce, where I answer legal questions and discuss legal topics in the e-bike, e-mobility, electric world. So I was doing that, and then I was like, I'm gonna go for a nice ride. It's beautiful out. And as I was walking out the door, FedEx man came. And I was like, oh, should I open up the package? And yeah, I opened up the package, and I guess I'm glad I did. My 2-inch riser. I got them on real fast. Hopefully I got them on tight. I took some pictures. I have instructions that I can help you with or whatever. And it feels really good. So we're gonna see if it worked. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you just came across this, boom, smash that subscribe, smash that like, share my video. Even if you watch for a second, smash the like. What are we doing? We're doing a long range test, flat terrain. 20 to 30 miles an hour is going to be our speed for 80% of the time. We are going to hit maybe 40 once or here or there, but it's just a flat terrain range test to see how it compares to the real life range test. This could be real life for some people, but not most people. Most people are not going to go 20 or 30 miles an hour on this Graffiti X made by LYRIC Cycles, who I've named Stella. No, they're not. But this will give you an idea of what the I've given you an idea of the real life riding it balls to the walls ranges. Now we're going to do a nice gentle one. And the place that I do that is the C&D Canal in Chesapeake City. I go to Chesapeake City to Delaware City. Why? Because it's pretty much all flat, couple hills here or there, but not much. It's nice and warm, so that's good for the battery, so that'll help with distance. We'll see how the headwinds are, if there are any. That's not good for range. And I hope you enjoy it. And I was going to say something else, I can't remember. Still got my backpack. Can you see the difference in height? Feels really good. You got to move your display off center though, because this display brackets are right here. So for this mount system, the display has to move off to the side, which I thought was going to annoy me. It hasn't annoyed me yet, but let's see. We're going to test the GPS too. That's the other thing. That's what I was going to say. We're going to test the GPS here. Why? There ain't no hills. There ain't no trees. There ain't no electric wires. It's all open for most of the way. And that's when you'll get your most accurate GPS reading with the phone. The only other way to do it is a real handheld GPS that uses multiple satellites. Phone GPS always lags, especially if there's any kind of nearby cover, and it's not always accurate. Now this GPS on my phone said this was accurate, said the Speedo was accurate, low speeds and all that. We're gonna test it at a little bit faster speeds and in the open territory. We're gonna reset, plus and minus, press them down at the same time, boom, 0. We have gone 107 miles. Let's see how we do today. All right, my first 50 feet, much better with the riser than stock. Whenever you do something like this and change something like this, make sure you take hex tools with you in case for some reason you didn't tighten it up as well as you think you did, and or if you want adjustment. So I brought the little mini hex that you need to use for the bottom attachment piece, and I have the bigger hex that I can use to crank down the top. E-bike mode, full speed, 20 miles an hour today, 391 watts. I tell you what, if you kept it in e-bike mode, you'd be able to go far. And if it wasn't, I could keep it in e-bike mode for a while, 20 miles an hour. It's 2 o'clock. I like this display. This is a classic. Got your clock, got your voltage, got your watts right there in the middle, you got your PAS setting, your speed, and now we have it set up for trip and the time we've been on the bike. I like that. We're going to do a GPS test here in 1 second. I'm full throttling it, and that's your speed that you're going to get. Oh, water's choppy. See the currents? That's why my friend says it's not good boater water. See those currents going all different crazy ways? Oh, there's a bunch of bikers. I'm going to slow down even from 20. All right, we're testing out our GPS. Our display says 20, and our phone GPS says 19. Well, our display is actually going between 19 and 20. That's pretty accurate. Let's actually, as soon as we get past these people in front of us, let's take it out of e-bike mode and go faster and see. We have the GPS on and we're out of the mode. Let's see how they compare. That's pretty accurate at high speeds. That's pretty good. Oh no. Hi there. Aaron, I can't. I'm in the middle of a test. Marine Corps hymn. Semper Fi. Hoorah! We're entering into Delaware. Let's put it in off-road mode and let's test the, this will be the last high speed we're doing. Let's test the GPS. See, look at the canal. The canal, when you see it, it's wide open. There's no obstructions. That's pretty accurate. The display's pretty accurate. Oh. Hi there. Hi. I always got to start pedaling. I put it in PAS, want to start pedaling, and mountain bike mode. Because this headlight right away is like, you got a motorcycle, mister. Whoa. You got a motorcycle, mister. Hi there. That's why this is going to be a fair range test. Hi. Oh, I put it in PAS 0, dumb butt. This is going to be a fair range test. Yeah, all right, so I'm giving the Speedo an A+ for accuracy. And let me put my Relive app back on. This is our first little hill. Now I can tell you with 100% certainty that this bike goes up, I'm tilted down still, dumb butt, that this bike goes up it faster than any other bike I've ever had. This is the fastest bike I've ever had. Once it hits around 12 miles an hour, rocket ship. Rocket ship. Look how pretty it is. Many of you people from the LYRIC group, if you're watching this video, you haven't seen any of my other canal videos. But a lot of you are followers, thank you very much, from my other groups and pages and stuff. And you've seen this before, because this is where I do range tests with every single bike and every single trike I get, whether it's from a company or my own, to help me know what my range is. So it helps me get to know my bike. And so between doing real world range tests and what I call not real world, which is this, listen to acorns, you get an idea of how far you can go. And you don't need a battery meter, you don't need voltage, you just need to know weather conditions and how many tacos you ate the night before for your weight, and the terrain. Now we got a little bit of headwind. That's, believe it or not, that headwind is going to knock down, distance. All right, we are making much better time than other day when I came through here with the trike. And we're not gonna go over 30 miles an hour anymore, probably. A little bit cooler in here. During the summer, this is a great place to, hi there. This is a great place to ride because it's shaded and it's cooler. I'm thinking it's going to be good during the winter because it's going to be a buffer, a little bit of buffer from the wind and bad weather. So I have high hopes. I have high hopes of riding my bikes in the winter this year. I have high hopes. All right, we're coming to the first switchback. Now I will say this, I switched on something like this, I downshifted. I downshifted from PAS 3 to 1 in off-road mode, just because it eases up the power delivery. The way I have it set up, which is PAS 1, 2, and 3, which gives me the best power delivery. Hi there. Hello. And see, this is off-road with Power Assist 1. You see how gentle it is even pedaling? It's almost on your left. Thank you. Pretty puppy dog. Thank you. It's almost like off-road mode, except it gives you the ability to go faster than 19 miles an hour. All right, we're coming up on the railroad bridge. We're making good time, but I don't want to make too good a time because I want to. Direct drive motors like to glide. They like to coast. They're very efficient like that. Much more efficient than a hub that has gears and friction and will slow down. The direct drive just glides. See, like right now, we're just coasting, no power, 0 watts being used, and we're just coasting 21, 20, and just that's the benefit of a direct drive. But when you bang this motor, man, when you bang this throttle, those watts go. Now, when I watch the screen, I got to pay attention because I have not seen. Look at this. This bike just goes zippity-doo-dah. I have, and we're in PAS 1. I have not seen 81, 91 watts on that screen. The highest I remember, that's one thing. This bike's nimble. See, that was me taking it at that turn, not feet down. That's one thing that I like about this bike, that I liked about the Goat, but this bike is more nimble than the Goat. That's one thing. This bike is more nimble than the Goat, and I'm sure it's because it's more nimble than the Goat, sits lower to the ground. It's actually longer than the Goat. This is longer than any bike I got. I wanted to measure it to see. This bike is long. This bike is long. It is so nice out today. Hi there. There's a lot of people out because it's election day and some people were off. Hi there. Hello. Hi. Hi. And it's such a gorgeous day. We've done 5 miles and we've only lost like 2 volts. That's because we're not cranking it that fast. This bike is nice, nimble. It's more nimble than my Goat was for the reasons I just mentioned. And it's like when I used to have my Corvette, man, you just come out of that corner, vroom! You come out of that corner like a rocket ship. Coming into the marina. I just did this ride the other day on my trike. My trike's 15.5 miles an hour, except going downhill. And we've gone 6 miles in 20 minutes. All right, so remember I was telling you that I brought my tools to adjust the handlebars? They're fine. After riding 6 miles now, this position, it's not as hunched over as with the OEM setup. And if I tilted them back, I think I'd be sitting up too upright for me, because now I've kind of gotten used to bent over a little bit because I used to have a scrambler bike. I used to have a scrambler motorcycle. That's one reason why I like this bike. My very first motorcycle was a scrambler. And it's the exact same positioning. The only difference is now I'm fat and old and my body aches a little bit more. But I like this position because this gives me a little bit more upright, but it also gives me a little hunched over for the scrambler feel. The question is when we get, this is the marina. People are pulling their boats out because we're heading into the winter. The question is, how is it going to feel if I put a taller seat on it? That might negate the benefit of the 2-inch riser. If I put a 2-inch or higher seat riser on, I'll be back to the same kind of position probably with the grips. So keep that in mind, people, because right now, grip-wise and leaning over-wise, oh, it is so nice in the sun. I feel good. The only thing that is still annoying is my knees. And I will say this too, if you don't have bad knees, I need two new knees. If you don't need two new knees and you don't have bad knees, you would not be bothered by this riding position at all. The only thing is, because I can even pedal now that I've started to get used to the position and my knees don't hurt, but you're just not going to get pedal stroke. You're not going to get good pedal stroke. Look how nimble this sucker is. I have no rear rack. I didn't bring a toolkit. I just brought a couple things for the bars that I mess with. Oh, what is that? This is the railroad bridge. That goes up and down. It's up for the container ships. I have not seen a container ship in this canal in a couple years. I always miss them. It's very impressive when you see the container ships carrying all the containers, shipping containers. That goes up and down. So when the train's coming, it's down. When there's no train coming and ships are coming, it is up. Yeah, got a headwind, but we're not going over 30. Right now we're doing 28 and around 28. There's a LYRIC insignia on these handlebars. And I've assumed since I put it together that is the center of the bars, and that's how I line up the spacing with the riser. And when I originally installed it, I made sure that LYRIC icon insignia was right in the middle. Eyeballed it. I did not use a micrometer. I did not use a measuring stick, a ruler, nothing. Nope, just eyeballed it, and it feels fine. I don't feel off one way or the other. Coming up to the Golden Gate of Delaware. Now, when you go, right now we're doing 25 miles an hour. We're only using like 600, 700 watts. When you're in bike mode and going 19 miles an hour, you're only using like 375, 390 watts. When I was doing 30 miles an hour, I was only using about 1,200 watts. That's why if you don't go fast, this bike probably is going to be a camel with regards to electricity. All right, we're coming up to my friend's establishment. If you're on the canal, stop here, up here on the left-hand side. It is called The Creamery. They have absolutely incredible ice cream. They also have hot dogs and pretzels, and they have chips and snacks and drinks and stuff like that. So on a hot day, if you need a drink, or if you want an ice cream or a milkshake, you stop at my friend's place at The Creamery, and you will be delighted at what you find. Right here, right up there, The Creamery. All right, if we extrapolate with how many volts we've used to get to 11 miles, this bike, if it kept up the same way being consistent, it's like a 45 mile bike. So 4 volts, actually 4 volts and 12 miles, and starting number, let's just say, is 66, and ending number is 50, because once you hit 49, you're dead. So that's 16 divided by 4 is 4. So times 12, 48. So theoretically, this could be a 45 to 50 mile bike when you don't ride it like you stole it. That's pretty good. My friend said 30 miles for going balls to the walls, hitting 50 miles an hour a lot. He said that's good. If this does 48, 50 miles, going 30 miles an hour or so, I'm gonna say that's good myself. So we will see how it turns out. All right, we had to get a little bit of off-roading. You know why. Can Stella do it? Yes. During that little break, the voltage picked up almost to 64. What does that mean? Whew. That means I might have to do this range test in 2 different days, because I got started late because I put these bar risers on, which I'm telling anybody who felt the same way I did, get the bar risers. Much more comfortable now, 1000% more comfortable, and I don't think you're going to do any more than 2 inches, because right now my cables are pretty much, the brake cable still has some play in it, but the other ones, they're pretty much taut. This is my favorite stop here, right here. African Union Church Cemetery. Now, I've every time I come here for a video, I stop here. It's always manicured. The last video I did here, I talked about it in detail, about its origin and its history. It's really cool. I like it. We're off, but we're in Delaware City. We made it with a stop or 2 here and there. 14.5 miles in 53 minutes. So 18.5 miles an hour, it says. All right, now I'm gonna take you to the water, because there's no wood and water. This is the little main street, so to speak. Stores, ice cream shops, markets, liquor store, right here. And then the park is off to the right. Stores right here, park right there. Here we are at the water, right here. I'm gonna give you a tour. Right here. Oh, there's a big ship. Right there, you can only see part of it. And here's the water, because there's no wood and water. Nimble. It is very, very, very nimble. How you doing? Hi. All right. This is pretty much it for Delaware City. Ain't much to it. Look at the voltage. 62.9. 122 miles odometer wise. Trip wise, 15.6 miles. 62.9. We got like 12 volts to kill. I mean, we're looking at like 50 miles. We're never gonna make it today. 61 volts, so we're down like 5 volts and we've gone 18 miles. If we extrapolate from where we are now, let's see, we're back on the trail, 19. So what's 19 times 3? That is 27, 3, 57 miles. So like I said, this could be a 45, 50 mile bike, maybe a little bit further with a 250, 60 pound person on it. All right, we're headed back down, but we got a headwind. And so that is going to slow down and put a damper on mileage. And we're now breaking 60 volts on a regular basis. And our battery bar now on this one is different. So now we're almost at a half a battery bar. So now if we would extrapolate from that, just from the battery bar, we're only going to get 40 miles. But the voltage says we're going to get closer to 50. So we'll see. But you can see, give it gas, you can see it dip, 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 dip. And when I mean gas, when I say gas, I mean electricity. But we got a very strong headwind we're going into, and that will easily take off 5 miles of range, easily. Super strong headwind. I don't know if you can see the trees and all blowing. We're at the railroad bridge. So we got about, I guess 7 miles to go. We are 58 volts, 26 miles. I don't know why my brakes started squeaking. They were quiet as a church mouse. But once I got like around 80 miles, they started talking. And if I wanted to slow down, regen, just crack them. That's regen right there. Just crack them. Incredible. Oh, now look. On this screen here, it dipped 57 volts and it hit red. So now I can tell you what this screen means. If you're in this screen here, the classic screen, it's divvied up into thirds. So the last third is when it dips below 57 volts, it's going to go from yellow to red. So the top third is green, the middle section is yellow, and the bottom section before your battery dies is going to be red. What does that sound? This is the last hill. Look. 2/3 of the battery gone. Eats this hill like nothing. Like nothing. Went up the hill like nothing. Much more power than my Roxy, my all-wheel drive bike. More hill climbing really than my Betty goat. Betty the goat, Betty the goat, Betty the goat. And then down the hill we go, down the hill we go, hi-yo, hi-yo, down the hill we go. We're back to Chesapeake City. We have gone 33 miles, 33.1. We have gone 2 hours. We have, that's gonna come back up. Let's see what the Relive app says. See how they compare. Oh, shizzy, look. This display is spot on. 33.1 miles, my Relive app, 33.2 miles. Very, very rare that the display is that accurate. See, we're up to 56. We used 10 volts to get here. We have 6 volts left. We have about another 15 miles in us. This is gonna do between 45 and 48. 33 miles, 2 hours on the seat. My butt hurts. I don't care what anybody says. LYRIC emailed me and was talking to me about my video and things I put in my video. The seat's uncomfortable unless you're super lightweight. I don't care what you say. If you're like me, could I tolerate it? I took some breaks here and there, yes. But I can tell you right now, my butt's sore. The 2-inch riser, that's all you're gonna get. Unless you can extend this. This is pinched. I put a wire tie on it. I actually cut it. And I put a wire tie up here to keep it from sliding down. I'm probably gonna take this wire tie off, unzip it, and pull this wire out so there's more freedom to pull. There's slack here for more, but all these are tight. I don't think you're gonna get anything else higher than this. It works. It works. This works. This works. Now you can get in here to your air as well. 2-inch riser works. Seat sucks. I'm gonna get a riser, a new seat, and then this bike will be perfect. So this is the end of day 1. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Day 2. Day 2 of the not real range test. And by not real, I mean almost all flat terrain and 30 miles an hour or less for about 95%. But today we're not on the canal because we're back at home turf, because I don't feel like going back to the canal, and I'm busy with real estate work and editing videos and answering questions about the LYRIC, Graffiti X, and also late in the afternoon, I am gonna kill this battery. Let's turn it on and see where we are. Now remember, it always comes on in PAS1. Be careful getting on the bike in PAS1. All right, we have 56.6 volts left. I have to see where we left off last night and see how much it recovered overnight, just sitting and resting. 33 miles. So in about 7 volts will be done. Theoretically, we should be doing another 12 or so miles, maybe even longer. And that's going to be the test. And I am going to continue to keep it pretty much 30 or less. And I'm going to try to avoid hills as much as possible, staying pretty much around my town and just going up and down the streets. And people in town are going to think I'm a psycho, but that'll be the most fairest way to create a not real practical range test. We are off. I'm going to use the 360 in its 360 mode today. I cut the grass earlier and cleaned up some of the leaves, along with covering up my pool equipment with a tarp and all for the boards and tarp for the winter, and real estate work. Got a new buyer, got a new listing, working on a deal right now. So real estate work suddenly picked up. Let's go to town. We're going to be gentle with our, now you can kind of see, I'm going to give you some shots so that you can see. 260 pounds, 250, 260 pounds, 56 jacket, and 6 foot 32 inches. So I'm going to give you the shot so that you can see where my knees are in relation to the handlebars now too, as well, with that 2-inch riser, which makes the world of difference. It makes it so much nicer. So much nicer, so much nicer, so much nicer. More of an upright position, but I still get the scrambler feel, and it is still nimble, nimble. I better not nimble in front of this Mack truck. You better not nimble in front of the Mack truck. Yeah, so I love this handlebar setup. And I think what I'm going to do is a test ride, since I have carpentry skills. That's how I put myself through college. I worked full-time building houses during the day, and I went to school full-time at night. So I have construction knowledge. So I'm going to make a 2x6 and then another 3/4 board on top, sandwich seat, wooden seat, and see how it feels being up that high, to see if I need less or more. I love that clicking sound, actually. We're going on my runway. So that's pretty flat, pretty level, and got a headwind, which I told you before hurts juice, and we're hanging in 53 volts. And when you got a headwind, makes the motor work harder, I told you, and you use more watts. Now this stretch, it has a mixture of up and down, but it's kind of a balancing, and it still does not have extreme ups and extreme downs. Oh, got a strong headwind. It doesn't have extreme ups nor extreme downs. Now I will tell you this piece of trivia. I'm only going like 23 miles an hour in off-road mode, and it's using about 1200 watts. If I push this button and I put it into slug mode, full throttle, it will only go 19 and a half, 20 miles an hour, and it's only using 400 watts. So that tells you that, oh, now it's picking up speed going downhill when it's using a little bit more watts. So in bike mode, it picks up steam going down the hill. I'm doing 28 miles an hour in bike slug mode, and I'm still only using 542 watts. What is the significance of that? The significance is they have this controller program so that bike mode not only will not take you over 20 miles an hour unless you were going down a hill like that. They have it programmed so that the motor does not work that hard at all to make the wattage usage down. So in bike mode, going 20 miles an hour and only using like 400 watts, you probably could do 60 or 70 miles. I may do that test one day, maybe, if I get a new seat, because boy, you ride 60, 70, that person was on the wrong side of the road. You ride 60 or 70 miles on this seat, your butt's gonna hurt. I'm gonna give you an idea of what the pedaling looks like for 6 foot, 32-inch inseam, stock seat, no riser, and the 2-inch bars. So you can see how high my knees come up. I will say this, since I put the riser on, this is not as uncomfortable or as painful as it was pre-riser. So I may reevaluate even getting a seat riser and just get a custom seat made that adds size that way. I might, oh, there's a nice person. Thank you very much. You're from New Jersey too. Rare. Just kidding, all my New Jersey friends. I may look into getting a custom seat made and have the seat builder build in a couple inches of rise in the seat. Gonna have to ask my e-bike friends that. But anyway, you can see I got a bug on my leg. You can see my fat legs, what they look like. Yes, we're only using very minimal wattage because we're trying to give a honest, unreal look. An honest, real look at an unreal test, because nobody's going to ride this bike 20 miles an hour for 60 miles. I've been riding 20 miles an hour since I started showing you the pedal stroke. Yeah, I gotta tell you, the more and more I ride this bike, all right, I'm tired of that bug. Whoa. Boy, you see how in slug mode, boy. Oh, shizzum, 51 volts and there ain't no juice left. Oh, I might have been Icarus. I might have gone too far. Shit. I'm in freaking bike mode. Oh, I will have to call for somebody to come rescue me. I don't know if I should go around the... I'm not going to go around the bend. Oh, shit. Boy, Bruce. Oh, yeah, all my battery. At 52 volts, there's no... All I have is a red outline of the battery. So, in this classic mode, 52 volts, I'm touching the dead zone. So I'm gonna be really gentle and head back to my house. I really overestimated it. I thought I was gonna get 45 to 50 miles. Nope. In this real life look at an unrealistic expectation of flat terrain range test or whatever, that no one's ever gonna go 20 miles an hour, under 30 for most of the way, it's probably gonna be a 40 mile battery. All right, we hit 40.3 miles. I gave it some gas and the motor kicked out because we touched into that 49 volt range. What does that mean? That means that I will be going home in e-bike mode, because e-bike mode just does not take that many watts. But it also means that our range is nowhere close to what I thought it was gonna be. This is pedal assist 0. It's doable. It would be more doable if, oh shit, it would be, we got just a little bit of incline, not much, but that's just enough. Yeah, that ain't, I'm in bike mode too. That's pedal assist 1. I mean, if you had a higher seat, it would be more pedalable. I got a chirp that just came from somewhere. So I'm in pedal assist 1 in bike mode, and this is how I'm gonna go home, 10, 12 miles an hour, pedaling, probably. Oh shoot, I wanted to stop at the market. Well, maybe if I turn the, we just got a red skeleton. We got a red skeleton. Not the actor either, comedian. We've been milking it for half a mile. There's a clicking sound in the motor. It's not in the wheel, because when I don't have the throttle or pedaling, it's quiet as can be, except for the tick, tick, tick. But when I give it some electric on the throttle or pedal, there's a tick, tick, tick. So there's something inside the motor. Right now we're at 50 volts, 49.9 once you hit that 49. So we're gonna be able to make it home, but just cut off. 49.4 is the cutoff. I had to walk back to the house. One, I put a smaller SD card in and it filled up. At the same time the card filled up and it stopped recording, my bike died 3 doors down. So funny. I was milking it all the way home and it just stopped working. It just shut off. At the same time my SD card filled up. So my son ran to my office, got me an SD card. I loaded up the SD card and we're gonna come look at the bike. You don't have to worry about this taking off in PAS1 because there ain't nothing left. 52 volts, it's dead. Won't run. We did 42.9 miles, let's say 43. We were on that bike running it for 2 hours and 44 minutes. And for you all curiosity, 150 miles. We put it in pedal assist 1. Ooh, it's not dead. It came back to life for a little bit, but for all practical purposes, she's dead. So 43 miles. So what does that mean? That means if you were going to conduct, that means this is a honest, flat terrain under 30 mile an hour for most of the ride test, and you get about 43 miles. Is it practical? For most people, no. Why? You buy this bike to fly. So my first test up and down the hills and like a rocket ship, 30 miles, that's the number that I'd really be sticking in your head until you get to know your bike. Between 30 and 40 miles, but when you're going balls to the walls, you're gonna be closer to 30 than you are 40. So, all my new friends in the LYRIC group and throughout the world, thank you all for being my friends. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all for watching my videos. Thank you all for saying thank you for me making the videos and giving you information about the LYRIC Graffiti X. I appreciate it. If you have not, boom, please smash the subscribe. Boom, smash that like. I get a lot of views. I need a like. Even if you watch the video for 1 second, boom, like it. And check out my show, Answers with Bruce, covering legal topics, answering legal questions about the e-bike world and the electric mobility world on @Frantic TV TM, trademark. TM stands for trademark. The channel was @Frantic TV TM, because apparently there's another Frantic TV and it's not the same one. So please check out that channel. My friend Felix Mariano Jr., Emmy Award winner, @Frantic TV TM. Like it and smash that subscribe. Boom. Until next time, I love you all. See ya.